The $1 million Florida Derby will be run on Saturday, March 30th at Gulfstream Racetrack. Many points will be awarded to the essential win and you're in 1 1/8 mile competition. 3 of the finishers may secure eligibility to run in the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, May 4th at Churchill Downs. We spoke to several seasoned trainers about this important qualifying race.
And they're off in the 33rd running of the Holy Bull. Fierceness was away mid-flight, and Johnny V's riding him for some forward position as the inside trio race on with it. Inveigled and Hades 1-2. It's time to go to work for the 2-year-old champ. Fierceness is off the turn, but he's not home yet as Hades is dead game and battling back. Off-cover Domestic Product is charging hard. 16th to go. Fierceness coming up empty now. Hades has the lead. Domestic Product is out of time. DJ Stables, Hades wins the Holy Bull under Paco Lopez. From Domestic Product second. Fierceness, he was empty. He finished third, 146 flat.
I'm here with well-known guest Todd Pletcher. He's got a horse coming up, Fierceness, in the Florida Derby. I know it was a disappointment in the last race. He came in a third, but sounds like you got him back in shape. Just tell me why you think he's getting better and why you think you got a good shot, etc.
Well, he's been training extremely well. His breezes have been very impressive. He was unlucky in the Holy Bull. He got off to a bad start. He got sandwiched in between 2 horses leaving the gate. Made it difficult to get into the position. That was his first race since the Breeders' Cup Juvenile victory. And so, it wasn't what we were hoping for, but, I think there's reasonable excuses for it. And really pleased with the way he's been breezing leading up to the Florida Derbies.
Now you have several horses that you're hoping are in contention to make it to the Derby. Do you have anyone to discuss, or just give me a quick update?
Well, I mean, this is getting down to crunch time. These are the final rounds of preps for the turn points to get into the Kentucky Derby. So we've got a couple going in the Louisiana Derby this weekend, the Gate Road and Antiquarian, and then we've got a couple going in the Jeff Ruby Stakes, Noted and Triple Espresso. So looking to gain some points with them. Then of course the Florida Derby with Fierceness, and following weekend we could have something like Tuscan Sky in either the Bluegrass or the Wood Memorial, and another Curlin Colt if has made an impressive last time named BU, waiting for one of those 2 races as well. So it's kind of final chance to get some coins turned your way into the Derby.
I'm here at Gulfstream with Joe Orsino, very seasoned trainer, just made his 2000th win, doing great, been in the game a long time, very knowledgeable. He's got a horse, Hades, that's in for the Florida Derby, and he's going up against Fierceness again. He beat Fierceness, Pletcher's horse, recently in the Holy Bull. And so why do you like your horse, and why do you think you got a good shot at winning this race?
Well, my horse's record speaks for himself. He's 3 for 3, and his third race was in the Holy Bull. So, he had won 2 races before that, and we tried him in the Holy Bull first time 2 turns, and he did everything that we thought he would do, and he responded at the top of the stretch, and he pulled away from not just the horse, the champion, Breeders' Cup winner and Eclipse Award champion. So, maybe Fierceness might not have been his A game that day because it was his first race since the Breeders' Cup. But we're looking forward to running in the race, no matter who shows up, and we think we'll bring our A game because my horse is training very well.
If I had to pick out any other horse in the race other than Fierceness that you want to keep an eye on to stay equal or ahead of, is there anyone that stands out there?
Looking at the field, Shug McGay ran a horse in an allowance race the other day that he ran a big race. Not sure what he beat in there, and his number was okay. So I think if that horse goes forward, he should be okay.
We're here with the legend, Shug McGahee. He's been in the business over 50 years, won just about every big race there is, and still carrying strong. You got a horse coming up in the Florida Derby. Why don't you tell me about him?
He's a nice horse that we've always kind of had high hopes for. He's an expensive yearling. Very nice looking horse with a very good mind. We got him started, late this fall. He finished third in his first start, which was a very good start for him. And he's had 2 really good wins down here where he's won easy. And, it's a big step up running back in the Florida Derby, but we think he deserves a chance. And, the 1 1/8 is a good distance for him. And so we'll see what happens a week from Saturday.
His name's Conquest Warrior, right?
His name is Conquest Warrior.
We're here at Gulfstream with Gustavo Delgado Jr. and Senior is in the barn also. This team brought Mage to the Florida Derby last year and won the Kentucky Derby last year. And they've got a horse, Victory Avenue, who's a superstar potential, an Arrogate son. And they've decided not to go into the Florida Derby as of right now, just for a good reason. So just, Gustavo, welcome. Just tell me about that.
Yeah, Greg. There's the thing that about that we were talking about, because I think the best chat that we have is the one that we just had about the Derby. I think a bar like ours, we always want to point in that direction. I mean, the Derby fever is a thing, and we all suffer from that. I mean, whoever tells me like, well, I'm not that interested in that, they might say it like from the mouth, but actually in the feeling. Everybody here in this business about the Derby, Kentucky Derby, everybody, it's something that resonates with every single person that likes horses. I mean, I don't care what they say, but I know deep down that's true. And I will tell you about our horse. He's a very talented horse. But since the moment we bought him at the sale, we knew that we were kind of against, because we bought him in June last year. And then he was back then really immature, was still a little bit. And then, but we are aware of his talent. And the most difficult thing here is to find a horse who is talented. Once you have that, you only have to take care of it. And that's the situation that we are in, and we kind of like hesitate a little bit trying to go to the Derby, because that's what we wanted. But then it just feels right now just to give him time, and there's plenty of other races that are exciting as well later on during the season, and then it will be up to him, to let us know whether he's ready or not for that. I think he will, because he's really talented. We're still excited about him in the sense of we know what he can do, and the morning he does things that only few horses do, and it's somehow taking a more conservative route with him.
This year we have Dornock, a full brother to Mage, with Danny Gargan, who's going up against Fiercest, Todd Pletcher's horse. Last year, Todd had Forte and you had Mage. What's your assessment of these two horses? Part of you has to be rooting for the full brother of Mage.
Oh, 100%.
And yet, in the future, you may be going up against that horse.
Hopefully. But that's my favorite horse now. That's the one I'm rooting for now, Dornock. The fun fact is they don't look like each other at all. You put Mage and put both Dornock, you will never thought that those two horses are full brothers. That's a fun thing, but they both can run. And it's going to be exciting. Hopefully they run. Then I'm not sure if they actually they're going to face each other, because I have heard that from the connections that one are more pointed to one race. So if it happens, it's gonna be exciting, and I will be rooting for Dornock for sure.
And they're off in the 78th running of the Fountain of Youth Stakes. From the rail, Le Dame Bro comes out firing and looks for the early advantage. This big favorite, Dornock, is a chilly second on the outside of him. Back to third, it's Real Macho. Then it's Frankie's Empire. And outkicked in the early run is Dancing Groom. It's Dornock asked to finish the job at the inside. Le Dame Bro running his heart out, but he's back to second as Dornock is too much horse. Dornock clear with a 16th to go. The Fountain of Youth Stakes goes to Dornock.
We're here at Palm Meadows Training Center with Danny Gargan. He's got one of the leading horses in the country right now as a 2-year-old Dornach. Danny, you originally left as an option to be in the Florida Derby en route to the Kentucky Derby, but you're going to the Bluegrass instead. Tell me about your horse and why you made that choice.
Our horse is Dornock. He's won over the track at Keeneland. It's our decision in December that we were going to go to the Fountain Youth, and then from the Fountain Youth to the Bluegrass, and I think it's going to be a fun race. I mean, you're going to get two of the Derby favorites with Sierra Leone and Dornoch, and it'll be a great day at Kingland to come out to the races.
Down the road somewhere, you may meet up en route to all these honors with the Delgados, with the full brother, the Mage. It's an interesting breeding, interesting combination, two different training camps. How do you look at that?
Well, Mage is retired now, and they've got a nice colt that hasn't broke his maiden yet. So hopefully, some stage they get on the trail. Maybe they'll catch up with us, or around Travers or something. But I look forward to hopefully they run their colt in the maiden race here coming up in Coldstream. It'd be fun to watch him run and break his maiden.